As we already discussed in a previous video, what started as a seemingly awkward kiss cam moment at a Coldplay concert quickly spiraled into a viral storm. One that took down not just reputations, but leadership at the top of a billion-dollar tech company. But now, there's a major update. Andy Byron, the man at the center of the chaos, has officially stepped down as CEO of Astronomer. That's right. What some call a harmless public moment just cost a powerful tech executive his job and possibly his future in the industry. So what really happened between Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot? Why did Astronomer react the way it did? And how did a single night at a concert unravel years of success, one camera zoom at a time? This is the fallout no one expected, but everyone's talking about. Let's break it down. The viral moment no one saw coming. It all started on a warm night at Gillette Stadium, during what should have been just another magical Coldplay concert. The lights dimmed, the music swelled, and the iconic kiss cam began its slow sweep across the crowd, landing unexpectedly on two people seated together near the front. Andy Byron, CEO of Astronomer, and Kristen Cabot, the company's chief people officer. Instead of playing along like the couples before them, the two visibly panicked. They awkwardly ducked out of frame, avoiding eye contact with a massive screen overhead. It wasn't just shyness, it was suspicious, and the internet noticed immediately. Clips of the moment spread like wildfire across social media. Theories poured in by the hour. Some called it a cute slip-up, while others pointed to the body language and whispered, "Something's off." Was it just two execs caught in an uncomfortable moment, or were they hiding something far more personal? Even Coldplay frontman Chris Martin jokingly called out their discomfort from the stage, asking the crowd if they were just shy or in trouble. It would have been just another viral moment, until people figured out who they were. And that's when the real storm began. Because this wasn't just an awkward concert moment, it was the beginning of corporate chaos. Astronomer reacts publicly. Once the video went viral, the clock started ticking, and Astronomer knew it. By July 17th, the internet had already whipped itself into a frenzy. Fake statements claiming to be from Andy Byron began circulating on X, with people passing them off as official apologies or resignations. The company was forced to step in quickly, calling out the statements as false and confirming that Byron had not made any public comments. Then, on July 18th, Astronomer broke its silence. In a formal statement posted to LinkedIn and X, the company acknowledged the situation and announced it had launched an internal investigation. They made one thing clear: leadership is expected to uphold the company's values, and recently, that standard was not met. And by July 19th, just 2 days later, it was over. Andy Byron resigned as CEO. Kristen Cabot, the woman in the video and the company's chief people officer, was placed on leave. What happens to Andy and Kristen now? After the resignation, the cleanup was fast and messy. First, Andy Byron vanished from the digital world. His LinkedIn profile was wiped, and his name quietly disappeared from Astronomer's leadership page. But not completely. Despite stepping down as CEO, he's still listed as a member of the company's board of directors, a detail that didn't go unnoticed by critics who saw it as a half measure. Meanwhile, Pete DeJoy, the company's co-founder and chief product officer, stepped in as interim CEO, tasked not only with running the business, but with putting out a PR fire that had already scorched the company's reputation. As for Kristen Cabot, her future at Astronomer is murky at best. She was placed on leave, but the internet was already doing its own deep dive. Public records reveal she's married to Andrew Cabot, the CEO of a rum company, and lives with him in Rye, New Hampshire. That revelation only added fuel to the speculation, because the kiss cam clip, once just awkward, now had real-world consequences. Suddenly, this wasn't just about a couple of coworkers caught in a bad moment. It was about trust, personal lives, and blurred lines between workplace and relationship. Speculation, damage control, and double standards. As the dust began to settle, a new debate took center stage. Was this truly workplace misconduct, or just consensual behavior caught in the wrong place at the wrong time? Opinions online were split. Some defended Byron and Cabot, arguing that what happened outside the office, especially at a concert, shouldn't dictate careers, as long as no company policies were violated. Others fired back, pointing to the clear imbalance of power and the optics of a CEO getting cozy with a subordinate, no matter the setting. And then came the double standards. While both faced scrutiny, Kristen Cabot seemed to catch the brunt of the public backlash. Comment threads and headlines often zeroed in on her personal life, her previous divorce, her current marriage to CEO Andrew Cabot, even the house she lives in. Meanwhile, Byron's narrative was more corporate, more sanitized, focused on leadership, accountability, and his resignation. It raised a familiar question in situations like these. Are women in power judged more harshly when scandals hit? Is the commentary really about professionalism, or is it about gender and control? What this says about tech culture today. This entire saga wasn't just about a kiss cam. It was a mirror held up to tech culture in 2025, and the reflection wasn't pretty. In today's high-stakes startup world, leaders aren't just executives, they're brands. Every handshake, every post, every appearance is scrutinized under a magnifying glass. The pressure to embody the company's values 24/7 is relentless. And when that image cracks, even for a second, the fallout is immediate. The Andy Byron story exposed how public image can matter more than private context. Whether the interaction with Kristen Cabot was innocent or inappropriate didn't seem to matter as much as how it looked, how it felt to viewers, and how fast it spread. It also highlighted how the lines between corporate culture and personal accountability are now blurred. Can a CEO's moment of perceived misjudgment at a concert derail an entire company's momentum? Clearly, the answer is yes. Astronomer tried to pivot, emphasizing their continued mission in AI and data. But that's the thing about scandals, they don't just disappear because a statement says they should. The reputational damage lingers, baked into Google searches, LinkedIn comments, and Slack threads. And for a company once celebrated as a rising tech unicorn, this viral stumble may leave a longer shadow than anyone expected. In conclusion, this began with a few seconds on a stadium screen, awkward, maybe even funny. But that fleeting moment turned into a full-blown leadership crisis. A meme became a headline. A kiss cam became a catalyst. And Andy Byron's career, gone. This wasn't just about a concert clip, it was about how quickly public perception can outpace corporate control. A single uncomfortable moment unraveled years of work, shattered reputations, and forced an entire company to scramble for damage control. What started as a joke ended with real-world consequences. And in the end, one truth became impossible to ignore. When the world is watching, even silence speaks volumes. So, was this just a personal mistake, or something deeper? And if tech CEOs can lose everything from one video, who's really in control of the narrative? Let us know in the comments your thoughts. Thanks for watching CelebRush. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and leave a like. Until the next one.